Hello, Principians around the world. Welcome to the final edition of Panther News Nation for this spring 2020 semester. I'm Noah Butron.
I'm Kaya Equivly. Although this is certainly not the way we hope to wrap up PNN this semester, we are excited to bring you more stories of how we are all coping with quarantining from our homes. Before we show you those, let's take a look at this year's music workshop class and some of the students' original compositions.
Hi, I'm Tane. My piece is called Green Fields. It's super relaxing and has a couple orchestral elements to it, so enjoy.
My name is Aaron Nutwell. I wrote Waited in Line in music workshop class. Has Wyatt's vocals, my piano. It's great. Hope you guys like it.
But it's true about life. Things stay wrong until you get them right. Your life was my universe, so why was I confined?
Hi, I'm Wyatt. In music workshop, I wrote the song Sweet Sweet Hawaii. I hope you enjoy it.
So sweet. There's something so easy about living on an island. It's the people that you meet that make it all worth the time here.
Thanks and great job. Now, let's hear from 13 members of our PNN team about what they've been up to during these final weeks of school and hopefully final days of quarantine. Take it away, team.
Okay.
There are many people that still have to go to work during quarantine. These people are called essential workers. One of my family members is an essential worker for Southwest Airlines. I talked to him a little bit and find out what that's like and how things are different over there at Southwest, where people travel.
I work for Southwest Airlines in the ground ops department, otherwise known as a ramp agent. So if you've ever been to the airport and looked out the window, you see the guys and the girls out there waving in the planes, marshalling them in, unloading, loading the bags in the cargo. Everything that happens at the gate, that is what I do.
One of the things that I was wondering was what exactly qualifies someone to be an essential worker?
Actually, I don't know if there's really any qualifications needed for that. I actually have a letter here that came from the president to the president of our company. It says that the movement of supplies and personnel related to critical infrastructure of the economy. So basically, we are still having to fly because we fly doctors and nurses. We still put cargo on the aircraft, which is the medical PPE and supplies like that.
As is always a concern during these times, I asked if Southwest provides them with any means of protecting themselves.
Yes, they've allowed us to wear masks or scarves or anything to cover our face. They actually, in the break rooms, have taken out multiple tables to keep distance from everybody, making sure that we're always keeping our 6 foot distance from other coworkers. We have hand sanitizer, we have medical wipes, alcohol wipes that wipe down our headsets and stuff like that. So they're pretty good at doing their job.
This has been Noah Butron, reporting for PNN.
So here's some highlights from the Menard house during quarantine.
Here's some clips of me and Coben working on his boxing routine. After that, we went and played some basketball. We also cooked and played some Xbox together.
Next, we sat down and interviewed Coben Lighton and asked him how the coronavirus was going.
So, not bad. I box during the day, sleep during the day, do my homework occasionally, and I work at night at Amazon, so it's not terrible, but definitely a little weird because no one's out or doing anything, and everything seems like on pause in life, you know?
Thank you for watching, and hope you're staying safe during these unprecedented times.
During quarantine, Print hasn't stopped making improvements around campus. Currently, they chopped down a handful of trees to make room for sports fields and parking lots. But this change was sudden. Here's how a couple of local Principians feel about this new change.
So yeah, I mean, taking down the trees has been very interesting. It's definitely a different look for the campus. Having looked at the new field house that's going to be built, the Simon Field House, you know, it's fantastic thinking about that. And the new athletic fields, it was hard to imagine how many trees had to be taken down. It's been an interesting thing looking at the mulch mountains to the trees all the way down. Overall, I think it's going to be for the better, although in the medium term, you know, some animals had to relocate habitat and stuff like that, so that's a little disappointing. But I was pretty surprised that there was going to be so much work done over by the back tennis courts. I had no idea it was going to be that much devastation, shall we say, or takedown. But, you know, got to look towards the future, I guess, and go for something new.
It was a little disturbing to see all the trees taken down, but I understand that a lot of the area will be turned into sports playing fields and parking lots, which will allow Principia to rent these facilities to other local organizations. And I think that's good on two accounts. One, it brings more people to Principia and makes more people aware of the good that's going on here. And it is a way for Principia to make money and reduce costs.
I'm Luke Savoy, reporting for PNN.
7 international students have stayed in the dorm for this quarantine, and one of them brings us an insight of how it's like to be in the dorm.
Well, obviously most of the people left, and there's only like 7 of us here, and it's really like kind of more like a family. Like we've just been all hanging out, and we all moved to First West, and we still have to wake up in the morning at a certain time, at 8 o'clock, and they still check our rooms to make sure that we're clean, and we still have the lights out with limited Wi-Fi at 11. Sometimes like we go to work out in the rec room, or in the beginning we went to play soccer a lot with Nigel, but we can't do that anymore. So we mostly just work out or go for a run.
And that's Johannes' life during this quarantine. This is Diego recording for PNN.
Hey guys, my dad has always emphasized how important his morning routine is to him, so here's what he has to say about it.
Well, for me, I find that my morning routine just helps me kind of get centered and approach my day in a little better state of mind and state of body. I normally get out of bed and I have a glass of water, and I like to do my little yoga routine. And then I usually have a little quiet time where I either read something uplifting or listen to something uplifting or meditate. And then after that, I get a cup of coffee and read the news and have breakfast and then hop in the shower. I've definitely seen evidence that when I take time to do those things in the morning, my days tend to go better. I feel more alert. I feel healthier. Whereas when I jump into the day without taking that time in the morning, I'm usually just sort of lagging a bit. I don't quite feel myself, and I kind of feel more tired throughout the day. I've probably been doing my morning yoga practice for about 15 years. And I'm pretty disciplined about it because, to your other question, I don't really feel like myself unless I'm doing it. I think the biggest factor in being able to start a morning routine is getting to sleep on time. Because if you don't get to sleep on time, you're going to wake up feeling groggy and you're not going to want to do your morning routine. And then it just sort of is a domino effect after that. So if you can get to sleep at a reasonable time so that you're waking up and not feeling exhausted, then, whatever your practice is, you'll be able to do it with more energy, enthusiasm, and it'll have a ripple effect, I think.
Well, there you have it. Those are my dad's tips for starting your day off on the right note. This has been Sydney Bradley reporting for PNN.
So ever since quarantine started, everyone's been trying to find something to do. Well, I got something to do. Lacrosse. So ever since I got back to St. Louis and my season was canceled, I haven't really found a place to go shoot or anything, so I decided to get creative. Here's what I've been doing. About every day around 5 or 6 p.m. I will go outside just to get some fresh air and just to stay fit. So I will just go play some wall ball or practice my cradling and stuff. So it's been pretty good. Remember, if you're going to go outside, make sure you're 6 feet apart, stay inside, stay safe. And this is Peyton Manarino reporting for PNN.
Hey guys, Douglas Drake again, and I'm back with a couple more games that you can be playing during quarantine, and some other things to do if you're not into video games. So let's get right into it with Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers is a fun cartoon side-scrolling game, and it's one of the OGs. You have a variety of characters to choose from, all with different abilities, and you follow the storyline. As you progress, you level up and can put points into different skills. There are a lot of weapons to collect, as well as pets that give you various bonuses and stat buffs. Wizard of Legend is another fun little game where you play as a wizard trying to beat a trial and become the ultimate wizard. You earn gems, which allow you to buy new spells and items. Then you can combine them in any way you want to fit your playstyle or to make an epic combo. The end goal is to defeat 3 wizard bosses of different elements and then fight the final boss. When you die, you lose all of your progress and have to start from the beginning, but keep your gems, spells, and items. Again, if you're not into video games, there's always things like watching movies or TV shows. My personal favorite is superhero movies. I highly recommend Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's really good. It's on Netflix. I hope you guys have a great last couple of weeks. We're almost there. Just hang in there. And I'm Douglas Drake reporting for PNN.
I decided to sit down with Garrett Mikesell, a middle schooler, to see how his experience has been.
It's nice to be able to do your work on your own time and then you can go do something fun with your friends. Seems pretty easy to learn. Kind of just teach yourself. Yeah, after school I usually do some work around the house, like power washing. I did that today. Or do something fun with my friends, like bike around and go fishing. It's very good for fishing right now and getting a head start with my dad on the work around the house. It gets my mind off of school and it just is fun to do with my friends and like play basketball. So I usually go to some nice fishing spots. And it's nice to bike because, like, it's warm out and it's good exercise. I do my work before I, like, do my fun things so then I can just, like, relax and not have to come home and do more work.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. So this week I have been mowing the yard.
I've been here, but I have to stay afloat. It's nicer. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing I to do?
I have been doing a couple sewing projects around the house. So like we have Instead of buying napkins, now we have cloth, and those are our napkins, and we wash them instead of throwing them away. So I went around and I sewed all the edges because they were starting to fray. I sewed a curtain to kind of hide some cluttery items we have under our sink. So that was super fun. I hope that everyone's quarantine has been going super well. I know it's so close to being done, at least with e-learning. This is Kaya Equivly reporting for PNN.
Hello, I'm Harrison Ostenberg. Due to the current pandemic, everyone's lives have changed. For this PNN, though, I wanted to highlight how things have been different in the world of my dogs. Let's take a look.
I would say that the pandemic has affected dogs' lives in a mostly really positive way. We now rely on them more because they are our source of having something to do, to get outside, have somewhere to go, to walk, to go to the trails, to go for a run. So I'd say we're much more reliant on our dogs because they give us the opportunity to exercise and be outside for a reason. I'd say they're more happy because their owners are working from home and they get to spend lots of time with their owners. So I'd say it's actually pretty perfect for a dog right now.
Well, there you have it, folks. Things might be different for dogs, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're worse. I'm Harrison Ostenberg, reporting for PNN.
Sitting at home can get quite boring, so what my family's doing a lot is going out on hikes here in New Mexico, and it's really cool because there are a lot of nice views here in New Mexico, especially the mountains and valleys that we have, and there's also a lot of nature to look at, which is why going out on hikes is so nice. And we also get to walk our dogs and get them some exercise while having a good time, so it's kind of like a double win.
I like hiking New Mexico because it's just a good time to help recap and just think about everything going on, and it's just a good time to be alone with my thoughts, and at the same time I get to be active and fit, as well as getting to be with my dog, and so I get to spend a lot of quality time with my pets while hiking, and so I think that there's a lot of good reasons to hike.
It's the douche. Kind of out of breath. Sorry. Just ran a hill. But it's really nice out here. This is Oliver Ostenberg reporting for PNN.
While everyone's relaxing, kicking back, doing nothing, I'm over here doing chores at my house, and I have to do this every single day by day, daily.
I'm responsible for all trash that happens around the house. So it was recently just trash day, and I'm responsible for taking out the bins and bringing them back inside. While I'm in the backyard, I also have to leaf blow the whole entire area and make sure there's nothing left on the ground. Next, I vacuum the floor. I make sure that there's no crumbs or seeds left on the ground. Also, I'm responsible for sweeping the floor. Got to get every nook and cranny, and I put it in the trash.
My responsibilities in the house are making sure everyone has food, bringing food to the house, buying groceries, all that stuff.
After I complete all those tasks, I spent the majority of my day skateboarding. I'm Nick Ismanoglu, coming to you from PNN.
As many of you know, quarantine time has been going on for a while, and while some people unfortunately are prohibited to return to their jobs, a lot of adults have the opportunity to work from home. I took a closer look at what it's like.
I was doing some work from home prior to that, a few days a week. I'm finding it okay. I really haven't found any problem.
I also asked why working in the regular workspace is the favorite option.
It's more convenient, the work. If you need help is there, and you can talk to people face to face. I do miss my coworkers too.
I'm Ashley Kamau for PNN.
Thanks, team. It's great to see and hear from everyone. And finally, here's Nick Ismanoglu with his final PNN weather forecast.
What's up, everyone? I'm out here in Carlsbad, California, enjoying this nice, beautiful, cloudy day. Today we're going to look at Diego's hometown, Cuscatlan, El Salvador. You guys are looking at 88-degree weather with clouds in the sky. And then next, in Palmer, Alaska, for tomorrow, you guys are looking at a sunny day with the high of 49 degrees. It's a little cold. And on Thursday, it's going to be a little rainy, actually a lot rainy in Springfield, Virginia. Temperature is going to be around 64 degrees. And also, one note, remember to wear your masks out in public because that's going to be a huge thing. It's the last PNN of this year. I'm Nick Isranoglu, as the weatherman, signing out.
Thanks, Nick. And that's our final Panther News Nation newscast for this school year. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your contributions to PNN this semester.
We've enjoyed keeping you up to date with what goes on around Principia and in your world during quarantine. Good luck with finals next week, and we'll see you in the fall.
Make it a great summer.